Big Sean, part of the big celebration in Corktown as Ford Motor Company announces its new plans for the old train depot. Today's announcement sending many people on a trip down memory lane.
As Fox 2's Rick Ross shows us, what will become a hub for auto innovation is still all about trains for those who remember it growing up.
Take one flight down, a quick left turn, and you'll land at a place where time stands still for Myron Cash Benford, otherwise known as the Train Man, here at the Detroit Historical Society. Time freezes as a trance comes over him. A trance, all because of these trains. For 20 years, the Train Man has helped build and maintain the jewels on these tracks. A trip paved with fond memories.
I'm known as the Train Man here.
So you're the Train Man, and the reason you're the Train Man is because of Michigan Central Depot.
Oh, of course, of course.
Benford grew up going to the old Michigan Central Station. He was only 10 years old. It was 1954, built in 1913. It was old then. They would likely tell you when he was a kid, they don't make buildings like this anymore. Just a few years later, he would be so inspired by the beauty, the splendor, and the history of the station, he went to college to study because of it.
I went into architecture school in Michigan because of that building. It just was an impact to me, and I loved it. I enjoyed it.
We told Bill Ford Jr. about the Train Man and how inspired he was that the old station is getting new life.
It's really interesting that a guy like that who loves trains was inspired by this place. He will be able to come back in here and relive his youth, and that'll be really cool. But he'll also be able to live in the moment because it'll be beautiful and fun and alive, and he'll be also able to look to the future.
Upstairs, for more, the Train Man relives childhood. Beverly St. John at the Historical Society calls herself a living history book as she mans the front desk here.
When I say train depot, what comes to mind?
Oh, going to college. I went to Western Michigan University in Kalamazoo, and my folks would drop me off at the Michigan Central Depot on Michigan Avenue, and I remember riding the trains. It was wonderful.
It wasn't just a place to come and go from in its own way. It was a beautiful destination.
They had awesome, beautiful chandeliers and decorated ceilings and the benches and everything where people sat, and then you had the marble floors, and then when they called your train, you'd go down to this tunnel-like thing and pick up the train on such and such track. So it was nice, and they had a lot of shops in there and everything, so it was just kind of a nice adventure to even visit the train.
Back downstairs, the Train Man does some finishing touches on the circuitry, making sure what's old remains new, remains relevant to every generation. He never dreamed the train station would get new life, even though a small but bold reminder that it was possible has sat here nestled for years. Perhaps a premonition of what was to come. The day is here. Not a new train, but a new tenant has arrived.
I'm meteorologist